Siwoo Kim sitting at 18 under par, 2 shots ahead of the pack. Rob Oppenheim and Doc Redman right behind him. Doc Redman, Rob Oppenheim both looking for their first PGA Tour victory, while Siwoo Kim looking for his second victory at the Wyndham Championship there in Greensboro, North Carolina. Let's get some instant analysis. Welcome in Sportsline data scientist Rick Gehman and CBS Sports golf reporter Doug Bell, who joins us from Greensboro, North Carolina. Siwoo Kim won the Wyndham Championship 4 years ago, men, and here he is with a 2-shot lead going into Sunday's final round. Highlight today was the ace on 3, part of an 8 under 62. Doug, what'd you see from Siwoo Kim on moving day?
Well, I tell you what, he's a young guy who has a great golf swing, and we saw Colin Morikawa put on a show with Iron Play last week at the PGA Championship. And here we go again with Siwoo Kim. He's won before. In fact, he won both times before he turned 22 years of age. So he's an outstanding young player. It's been a while, but now back into form. And what we're seeing, a crazy day. In fact, the lowest scoring day on the PGA Tour this year, when you have 2 61s, 2 62s, and a 63, and a Rob Oppenheim sighting, a Jim Herman sighting, a Zach Johnson sighting when he was 6 under over his last 5 holes. A crazy day for scoring on a very wet and receptive golf course. And these great players, they take advantage of those kind of conditions.
Rick, what has to happen for Siwoo Kim to win on Sunday?
I guess keep hitting his irons the way he's hitting them right now, Hakeem. The guy made about 50 feet worth of putts on Saturday, and normally that would, usually be like a 72 on the PGA Tour, not a 62, but I guess that's what happens when you are sticking everything to 1 foot or inside of it, maybe just knocking it in the hole. But Siwoo is one of the streakier players. It's not necessarily that crazy to see him at the top of the leaderboard because he gets in these scorching hot stretches where he looks like he is the best player on the face of the earth. Now, conversely, unfortunately for Siwoo, as Doug alluded to, it's been a long time because he can also be the guy in dead last. It's Ricky Bobby syndrome for Siwoo. It's first or last for him. For him to wrap this up on Sunday with the way that scoring is, he's probably going to need to continue to keep the pedal down, 4 or 5 under par, something like that. But he's certainly in the pole position for Sunday evening.
Doug, who's lurking in the chase pack that you think could make a run in the final round?
Well, there's so many guys, especially, I'm inside now. Normally, Hakeem would be outside with you at the golf course, but it is pouring down rain. It's rained every day, so the fairways are soft, the greens are soft, and that's why you're seeing so many low scores, and everybody's taking advantage. But the guy I really like is Mark Hubbard. He's had a career year. He's had 3 top 10s. Had never had a top 10 before this season and finished second in Houston back in the fall. He's 43rd in FedEx Cup points, and he had kind of a strange day today. 9 straight pars in the first 9, and then he goes 29, 6 under on the second 9. Mark Hubbard uses a putter that's 32 inches long. Most players, it's about 35 inches. Listen, he's not on anybody's radar screen, but it's such a crazy tournament. Mark Hubbard, who's had a career year, just might sneak in there with another low round on Sunday and might get his first PGA Tour victory. Wouldn't shock me. Mark Hubbard's having a great season, and nobody really knows about it.
I refuse to believe that Harold Varner III is out of this tournament. Of course, the local ties being an East Carolina guy, but he's been playing well. He's one of the few guys near the top of the leaderboard that is not gaining a ton of strokes putting. He's been hitting his irons well, and I like him from this chase position. We know the issues he's had on Sundays trying to hold on to a lead, but now having the opportunity to kind of freewheel this and come from behind. We saw him post a 62 on Thursday. If he could bookend rounds of 62 at the Wyndham Championship, he could put a lot of pressure on the guys at the top of the leaderboard.
Harold Varner 6 shots off the pace, and perhaps you're right, Rick. He could make a run here on Sunday if he has himself a nice round like he did on Thursday, looking for his first PGA Tour victory. All right, let's get your pick to win the tournament. Doug, does Siwoo Kim hang on to the lead and win his second Wyndham Championship of his career?
Well, it's hard to bet against him because of that beautiful golf swing, but I'm going to bet against him because I think it's hard to follow up the kind of round he had today with those spectacular shots with another one tomorrow. The guy I really like is the guy who's won the FedEx Cup before, and he wants to get back to Eastlake, and that's Billy Horschel. He came in this week 50th in FedEx Cup points, made the cut last week at the PGA Championship, but the 3 previous weeks all top 25, inside the top 25 for Billy Horschel. You know, his iron play has been superb. If that putter would just wake up a little bit. Today, bogey's the easiest hole, the par 5 15th, but then comes back with a great iron shot and birdie at 16 and a terrific iron shot and birdie at 18. People forget when Tiger Woods won at East Lake, the Tour Championship back in 2018, Billy Horschel finished second, and he's won a FedEx Cup before. I think he's back into form. I think Billy Horschel steals the show tomorrow. I think his putter wakes up, and I think it's going to be a great day for the former Florida Gator.
It's no fun to pick the guy in first place, so I'm not going to. I'm picking Doc Redman, who's 2 shots back. And since the restart, he has been one of the best ball strikers on the PGA Tour. If you look at his strokes gained tee to green, he is one of the top players since the tour has returned. And that is so easy to look towards a future day and say, wow, he's really got something going if he can just ride a hot putter. We know he popped up at the Rocket Mortgage Classic last year for a second place finish. That got him special temporary membership on the tour. So then it's a sprint to try to earn enough money and enough FedEx Cup points to retain your card, which obviously he has. This is a guy who is really maturing into his own game, and I think he's got a real low one in for him tomorrow.
Doc Redman looking to become the 3rd North Carolina native to win the Wyndham Championship in the last 6 years. Doug, Rick, thanks. Appreciate the insight.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.